Alright guys, welcome back to yet another video. I've taken about a 1 month break, but we don't need to talk about it. Today I'm going to be talking about why I personally think the E60 M5 is going to be a future classic if it isn't already. I really enjoy making these kind of videos despite my 1 month gap. So if you do happen to enjoy as well, please leave a like and subscribe. Comment any suggestions or improvements for the future videos, and let's jump straight in. So the E60 / the E61 is a BMW M5 that BMW made during 2004 to around 2010. The E60 is a 4-door sedan saloon thing, and then the E61 is a estate car. Both have the same engine, same everything, so we're just going to refer to the E60 just to save breath. If you're in the BMW, do you know what, it's not even in the BMW world. If you're in the car world, you would have heard of this car, and by heard of the car, I mean heard the car, the engine. It's the selling point of the whole car. Yes, the E60 is like a timeless look, and I would personally say it's one of the best cars that they've ever made. The M5 is just, it's another breed. So yeah, as I said, the engine is like the main thing that they're known for. They come with a 5-litre V10, which is actually the first production saloon car to have a V10. I think Audi have done it with the RS6 a few years back, but it was just never the same. Like the E60, they did it for one generation, and it is still to this day, 10 years on, over 10 years, the most iconic car, one of the most iconic cars before everyone starts attacking me, that BMW have ever made. The current prices for like a dog one is around 15k, and for like a nice immaculate one, you're looking at around 30k, which I would say is good value for money. They're terrible on fuel. They're not practical, despite the fact that they are technically a family car. I just think, like, as I said, Audi did a similar thing with the RS6, and yes, that car is amazing in its own right, but it's not iconic. It never struck hard enough in the car world, whereas the E60 M5, it just worked. Now the M6 of the same generation, I think it's the E62, don't take my word for it, has the same engine and running gear. However, again, just like the Audi, it never really took off. Yes, it's got the iconic engine, the iconic screen, but I don't know, I think the M5, I don't know what it was about the M5, it just worked. And I would say maybe because of its practicality, being like a 5-door, but it's not practical, is it? 5-litre V10 in a family car. I mean, listen, if you take the kids to school in that, I've got to clap you, but in America, they came in a manual and automatic, whereas in England, they just came in automatic, which is fine. The gearboxes aren't great. I think they're a single clutch, and like, I remember they did it on Top Gear. You can like change how like strong the gear changes are on, like there's a thing like make it more smooth, more slow or more fast. I think that's how it works. Gearboxes are known to have a lot of problems as well, but obviously if you buy a good one that's been serviced well, had all of the common faults fixed and changed, probably going to be in the green, if I can say so. So yeah, so the way that BMWs work, they've got the M3 and the M5. M3, let's say it has a inline 6, then the M5 will have a V8. The M5 always has 2 more cylinders than the M3. So in this generation, the E90 M3 had a V8, which again, the first BMW M3 that ever had a V8. So two more, obviously, V10, then they made the first M5 ever with a V10. I'm thinking now, they were setting some like different scenes back then. Obviously the M5 before the E60, I want to say it was the E39. It was a V8. It's a cool car, it holds its own, but again, it was never iconic. And then after that was the F10, which obviously had a V8. And then the current one has a V8 again. So the fact that it was a V10, like as cars go as a whole, it was unheard of. But obviously in the BMW world, it was like the M5 and the M3. I don't know what was going on. I've said it in previous videos, like this time of like Audi, BMW, Mercedes, it was just like levels and levels, and it was sick. I remember it all being on like top gear, and I was like, as a kid, I just thought like it was heaven. Obviously, they are rear wheel drive as well. I think TR Hamza has one as well, so I'm going to see if I can get him doing some skids. I might be making this up, but I'm pretty sure there's a clip. There must be a clip. Out of like clips I've seen with like just the pure sound, like I think the thing that does carry this car above like the Audi or even the M6, which doesn't really make sense because they are the same car, is the sound. I think it sounds like a LFA, a Lexus LFA, a Carrera GT, and you think, oh, it must be like one of them cars. It's a family car. I think that is what sets it apart, and I do truly think like this car, it's not even in years to come. Like I do think in 5 years this car will double in price. Obviously, don't take my word for it. I'm not going to be held responsible, but I do truly think if I had the spare cash, I would buy one. They've been a dream car of mine since a child, and obviously with all the bands coming in and the fact that all new cars are like turbocharged, supercharged, the sound isn't there. Yes, this car sounds amazing, but even like the normal ones, I'm thinking now they didn't really make any normal ones, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. Let's take like the E39 versus the F10. They both sound great, but the F10 sounds rubbish because of the turbos. It makes it quiet. I just can't wrap my head around how BMW were able, or they even had the thought process, let's stick a V10 in a family car, let's make it sound like a Formula 1 car, and let's sell it to the general public. But they did. I think the whole car scene is grateful, and as I said, if it doesn't climb in value, I'll be very shocked. So yeah, that's why I think the M5 will be a future classic. As I said, if you have enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, comment any suggestions or improvements, and hopefully I'll see you again. Cheers.